In a world brimming with uncertainty, the storm Richard Wolff has warned us about is no longer on the horizon. It's here. Beneath the calm tones of mainstream economic pundits lies a quiet panic. They speak of downturns as though they are seasonal events, manageable and momentary. But Wolff, with decades of radical economic insight, tells a different story. He doesn't deal in illusions. His warning is sharp and unapologetic. The foundations of capitalism, as we know them, are rotting from within. And now the consequences are no longer theoretical. They're unfolding before our eyes. The early signals were easy to ignore. A slight dip in wages, a widening gap between the rich and poor, a few thousand layoffs here and there. But then the signs grew louder. Housing unaffordability became the norm. Student debt ballooned into the trillions, and a trip to the emergency room became a financial gamble. Yet corporations posted record-breaking profits. The stock market danced to the tune of speculation, even as workers lived paycheck to paycheck. The system isn't flawed, it's rigged. The collapse of the middle class is not a future event. It's happening now. And in the background, the media continues to celebrate economic recovery, praising rising GDP while real people drown in quiet despair. Richard Wolff has long emphasized that this isn't a normal business cycle. What we are witnessing is the failure of a system that prioritizes capital over community, profit over people. He calls this stage late capitalism, a phase where money moves faster than meaning, where workers are reduced to data points, and where the pursuit of endless growth devours the planet and its people alike. The markets are no longer grounded in production or value. They are speculative machines, feeding off volatility and crisis. It's a system that no longer serves the many, only the few. And Wolff's warning is not just about economic metrics, it's about power. As public institutions erode, billionaires fill the vacuum. We are entering an era of economic authoritarianism where wealth dictates policy and democracy bends to the will of those who can afford to buy influence. If ownership and production remain concentrated in the hands of the elite, we will find ourselves in a world where choice is an illusion and freedom is for sale. The urgency is real. Climate collapse, geopolitical instability, and the slow death of the US dollar as the world's reserve currency are not isolated crises. They are interlinked symptoms of a global system in decline. The dominoes are falling, and unless we shift direction, they will bury us. But Wolff does not leave us in despair. He offers solutions that the mainstream fears to mention: worker cooperatives, democratic control over enterprises, and an economy rooted in human needs rather than private profit. These are not utopian dreams. They are functioning models already at work in various parts of the world. But to scale them, we need a cultural shift, a mass awakening, a public that is not only informed, but organized. History shows that power concedes nothing without a demand, and that demand must come from below, from workers, students, and everyday citizens who refuse to accept a rigged game. Silence is complicity. Apathy is surrender. If we fail to act now, the collapse won't come with fireworks. It will arrive quietly, under the guise of normalcy. People will adjust to less and expect even less. The new poverty will be camouflaged as personal failure, not systemic design, and one day we'll look back and wonder how we let it get this far. Richard Wolff's final warning is clear. Change is inevitable. The only question is whether we will shape it or be crushed beneath it. The clock is ticking, and while it may already be too late to reverse the damage, it is not too late to prepare, to resist, and to rebuild something better.